Ever wondered if the Maverick star Tom Cruise was born with a silver spoon or came from a humble background like most of us? Have you ever thought Tom Cruise was the ultimate speedster in Mission Impossible? Think again. Don't worry, we will tell you who or what leaves Mr. Cruise behind. So stay tuned to find out about his rags to riches journey. Let's explore which movies catapulted his earnings, making him a millionaire, and what other resources of income and expensive possessions he has. Was it his strong work ethic and passion, or just good luck? And with that, we don't mean Scientology. While you might be watching his movies for your entertainment, let's see if the Hollywood one-lister can also influence you to buy some expensive brands on the go. Everybody knows that Tom Cruise is one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors, soaring with a net worth that's more than $600 million. But did you know that beneath all that glitz and glamour, he came from a background that's as down-to-earth as the rest of us? Born in Syracuse, New York, Cruise's parents had a troubled marriage. And on top of that, he faced also tough times in school due to dyslexia. He could barely read. Well, reading was like a cryptic code to him, but none of this stopped him from pursuing his dream of becoming an actor. Yes, it does matter to dream big. Right after high school, he took his passion for acting seriously and moved to New York City, never shied away from working hard. He was waiting tables, working as a busboy, and giving acting auditions.
I was in New York and I didn't have money I'd been living in New York, I guess, a year and a half or something, and I was just broke. I'd lost my job bussing tables, a couple of weeks before, and I was looking for another job, and
After endless working hours and multiple auditions, he finally bagged his first role at the age of 19 in the movie Endless Love in 1981. It was a small role, with Cruise getting paid $30,000. This would only be the start of a promising acting career, followed up with payments of $75,000 for his breakout role in 1983's Risky Business. But the big bang was yet to happen. In 1986, he finally got his big break with Top Gun. The film was a huge success and had a box office collection of $357.3 million. Now, the movie's sequel was delayed multiple times, but it finally got released after almost 40 years in 2022, and guess what? It became the highest-grossing film of his career. Top Gun Maverick grossed more than $1.4 billion at the box office. And here's a fun question. Do you know how much did he make from the success of Top Gun Maverick? Believe it or not, he earned a whopping $100 million. Speaking of the action star's successes, what's the other movie franchise that's become synonymous with his name? Yes, indeed, we are talking about Mission Impossible, a film franchise that resonates with intensity and daring stunts. Starting from the very first Mission Impossible film to the latest one, the series is so popular it has grossed in a worldwide total of over $4 billion, with Cruise making at least $285 million from the Mission Impossible movies so far. So it's not only Tom who is running in the Mission Impossible series, but his bank account is running faster than him. Other movies that catapulted the box office revenue and his earnings are The Mummy from 2017, which made about $410 million. Next comes The Last Samurai from 2003, which raked in a jaw-dropping $450 million. And the next highest-grossing film is War of the World from 2005 that made a profit of almost $604 million. While those are some juicy stats about the box office bling, did you know Cruise gets a whopping $25 million upfront for a film? And a staggering $7,091 for each golden word he speaks. That's $21,273 just for saying, "I love you," making it the priciest three-word confession in cinema, even if he never meant it. But Cruise isn't just a movie marvel. Apart from lighting up the screen, he's also been the savior of the fashion realm, starting trends and even rescuing companies from the brink. And let's face it, Tom and his shades, probably the best Hollywood duo since peanut butter met jelly. So how did he save the brand with some record-breaking sales? In the early 1980s, amidst a major fashion shift, Ray-Ban sales started plummeting. And just then, a pants-free Tom Cruise helped shoot up the sales of the glasses. The scene where he dances to old-time rock and roll in his underwear turned out to be legendary, as a result of which the sales of the company shot up by 50%, and later it was aviators, when Tom Cruise brought the brand back to its military roots with Top Gun. Ray-Ban saw a hopping 40% increase in its sales, which make a prominent style statement till date. Not just that, after Top Gun, the naval and aviation recruitment also went up about 500%. Talk about starting a trend. Tom also makes a bunch of money from ad campaigns. Some of the most successful campaigns include the Pepsi commercial from 2000 that increased sales about 10% at the time. Then we have the Tag Heuer endorsement deal, which made him $100 million in 2004. And you may also remember the Mission Impossible commercial for Samsung in 2011 that boosted around 20% of their Galaxy smartphone sales. Now, if you're thinking we have covered all the sources of his income, think again. Because Cruise also has multiple successful aka revenue-generating businesses like the Cruise Wagner Productions and Prodigy Pictures, where the prior is responsible for producing films for the Mission Impossible franchise. Additionally, he's also a co-founder of Skydance Media, which is a company that finances films and TV shows. And then there's Cruise Wagner Entertainment, which basically manages Cruise's career finances. He makes about $20 to $50 million from his businesses annually. So where does he spend his millions, and do they contribute to his impressive net worth? Believe it or not, a good $200 million of Cruise's net worth lies in his assets, which includes fancy cars like a Bugatti Veyron, which is worth $2.5 million. He also has an Aston Martin, a Harley-Davidson motorcycle, a helicopter, and a private jet that's worth about $20 million, so he can travel in style. As for his properties, his LA home is worth $50 million. His place in New York City is another $40 million. And he's got another spot in Telluride worth $10 million. He also has properties in different countries, like a $10 million villa in the Bahamas, a $5 million condo in London, and a $3 million townhouse in Paris. So yeah, Tom Cruise is really living the high life. But achieving the A1-lister status has not been an easy path for him at all, especially when considering his challenges with dyslexia, a parent's divorce, his very humble background, and having no real Hollywood connections. Now imagine if Tom Cruise had quit when he was just starting out, would he be where he is today? And that shows us how not everyone born on this planet becomes a success story. It's those who keep working hard, challenge themselves every day, and truly believe in themselves that make it big. And that's exactly what Tom Cruise did to turn his dreams into reality. So stay persistent and have a strong work ethic, and who knows, maybe you become the next global sensation too.